What's up, deep thinkers? It's Robert from Existence First. And what I want to talk to you about is this new perspective that I have on viewing people. It's been an experiment, right? Uh, what I do is I try the new thought process and I see what results I get. Okay, well, one instance of experimenting with this was this morning. I was on my way to go teach skateboarding class and I needed an energy drink. So I stopped at this grocery store. The closest store was this Mexican grocery store, and I may look Hispanic, but I'm not. And so going into these stores, there's a bit of a cultural, not a shock, but it's certainly an immersion. Guaranteed they're going to speak Spanish to me because of the way I look. And I do know Spanish, but that's from school. It's not from growing up. So anyways, so I walk into the store, right? Grab my drink, and as I'm checking out in line, um, I look at the cashier that's behind the counter, and for one reason or another, in the midst of this uncaffeinated mental haze that I was still in, half awake, half asleep, I guess, um, for some reason I perceived this cashier as a temporary process. And I know I have other videos that I have a video called "A Person is a process, not a thing," and and I don't know. It's just this was an instance of me kind of like really putting that to practice, like actually implementing the perspective in the moment, right? Not sitting in some office like thinking about it, but actually I was in the moment interacting with another person, and I had this perspective that wow, this is a temporary process, a temporary person, right? A person with eyes that were looking out, receiving information, a mouth that was producing sound, speech, hands that were moving items, like a mind that was experiencing emotions and thoughts and all sorts of things, right? A whole dynamic like process, but temporary, changing at every minute, at every millisecond, changing. And the outcome of trying on this perspective was I had a certain like feeling that resulted, a certain thought process, and it went along these lines. Okay, it was this idea that it's very important to treat this person with kindness. So it's very important to treat this person well because this is temporary. Because I can't like I can't bank on coming back tomorrow and then treating them well. Like it didn't make sense to have that thought process that we may sometimes have of, oh well, right now I'm like really frustrated or really tired or whatever, and so I'm just gonna, you know, I don't have to be nice to them. I could just, when I'm feeling better tomorrow, then I can be nice to them. Like that whole thought process went out the window because the person I was dealing with was a temporary process, and for some reason it caused me to want to respect, uh, to respect their, I don't know, the process. I guess knowing that I was contributing, I could either contribute or detract from their ongoing process. Right, I could make their day better or worse. Um, I don't know. So try the experiment out, and I'd be interested to see what results you guys get. So you can comment below what outcome you get. The other thought I had, as I'm saying this right now, is I'm reminded of the movie Waking Life, which is one of my favorite movies, Waking Life. Okay? And this movie is about this guy that just has a bunch of, he's going around in a dream. Um, the whole movie takes place in a dream, and he's having all of these philosophical conversations with random people. And at one point, he's walking down a set of stairs, and he turns a blind corner and kind of like almost collides with this other woman. And then I think it's the woman that says they kind of say, "Oh, sorry, excuse me," and then keep walking, and then they say, "Wait, can we do that again?" I know that sounds weird, but I just don't want to be an ant. I just don't want to like be an ant with my antennas just bouncing off of other people's antennas, and I want to have real human moments, real human moments. So it's not exactly the same concept. It's very similar overlaps, right? to my example, the grocery store. But this, I'm very, very excited about this because I feel like this is closer to reality, because ultimately people are processes, they are temporary things, right? Unless you believe in permanent souls, in which case that's going to warrant another video and another long discussion. All right, think deeply and put your existence first.